even know what's coming for them.
Get ready to light it up tonight.
Oh, say does that star-spangled...
Welcome, basketball fans, to a very special Veterans Day edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. And on tap tonight, it's the Cleveland Cavaliers going up against the Chicago Bulls at United Center. Kevin Harlan here, joined by our analyst Greg Anthony and Hall of Famer Doris Burke. Plus, reporting from the sidelines, another Hall of Famer, David Aldridge. Here we are in November, and let's see how things are going out east in the early season. You look at the Bulls. They got the #1 record in the conference, and because of it, each night out, their competition is going to bring it right at them. And, of course, there's the Cavaliers. They're looking to turn it around down at the bottom of the conference now.
And right now for the Cavaliers, this has been a terrible way for them to kick off their year. They have to find a way to get back on track soon before this season gets away from them.
And there was such high hopes for them in the preseason. It's hard to believe how quickly these losses are piling up.
And look at the starters for the Cavaliers. Karis LeVert is out there with George Niang. Then it's Sam Merrill. Then there's Allen. And it's Garland in at the 1. And for the Bulls, the wingmen, White and Levine. Jalen Smith is out there with Williams. And it's Mr. Perfect in at the point. And Mr. Perfect gets it to go. So we're still in the early days here of this season, but Doris, for teams getting a slow start, how worried should they be?
Well, wins and losses matter no matter when they happen, so obviously there's always a little concern. But some of this is about, do we have our full contingent of players? Is there anyone that's starting out coming off an off-season surgery? You have to figure out the context of the slow start in order to gauge how concerned you are.
Mr. Perfect can't hit. Pass to LeVert. And here is Allen. Outside Garland. LeVert finds Merrill. Takes the 3. Mr. Perfect with the rebound. Chicago's gone 2 or 3 from deep so far in this game. Takes a 3. It's rebounded by Cleveland. This is their first chance to take a look at the Bulls this season.
And on paper, you'd call them the better team, but they actually lost the season series against this group a year ago.
LeVert the pass to Garland. Shot clock at 6. Floats one. Here's Allen. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Garland.
Well, you like to see Jared Allen play to his strength. Just terrific at cashing in on the interior.
And when you talk to people about the Bulls, GA, Michael Jordan's shadow still looms large over this team and organization.
And Kevin, they haven't won a championship before or since he was in Chicago. They've had plenty of good players, Derrick Rose and MVP, Jimmy Butler as well. But the results haven't been there.
And Chicago has possession. Darius Garland missing his last shot. Wasted no time on that one. And 12 points for Mr. Perfect.
What an aggressive mindset in this period. He's starting to take over.
And here's Garland for 3. Rebound by Williams.
I know he wants to answer the 3 that was just made on the other end, but he can't let that affect his judgment. He's got to find the best shot possible.
And it's the Cavaliers with the ball after the miss from Mr. Perfect. And it's sent back by White. And he gets it back. And it's LeVert missing. The Bulls leading by 5. Here's Mr. Perfect. Turned in an outstanding game against Atlanta.
And off to an incredible start here early from long range.
And so Garland will bring it up for the Cavaliers. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Let's give some credit to the defense for how they're guarding this guy right now because they're refusing to let him get comfortable.
That's a dozen straight points coming off the triple.
And Kenny Atkinson calls timeout. He wants to talk to his guys. Well, last season, the Cavaliers won their first playoff series since 2018. That's when LeBron was with them great.
And it was their first series win without LeBron James since 1993. So it was a huge deal for the organization as they continue to take steps in the right direction.
Chicago making some changes. Torrey Craig, he's checked in for Smith. Horton Tucker comes in for Levine. And it's Dosumu in for Kobe White. A switch here also for Cleveland. Jerome is checked in. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. And Doris, this summer, the Cavaliers opting to make changes.
And Kevin.
The Cavaliers trail by 11. On the floor for Cleveland, getting going here in the second. They've got Darius Garland. Tristan Thompson is out there with Max Strus. And it's Tyson in at the 4. There's Garland. No good there, and that would have cut it to single digits. The Bulls shooting percentage, 59%. The offense is running smoothly. Here's Mr. Perfect. Another 3 for Chicago.
And how about the last 5 made shots? They've all been threes. The defense is just giving up a barrage.
Down low. Here's Jerome. It's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Jerome's got 6 points.
This guy a tough cover for any defender. Creative and assertive scoring the ball.
Fires from deep. Another 3 for Chicago.
Their third three-pointer in a row.
And we've played through the first minute here in the second. Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. Bulls coach Billy Donovan keeps perspective. He says, I used to come back from a tough road loss, go straight to the office and pull an all-nighter, trying to figure out what went wrong. My highs were too high and my lows were too low. You have to realize so much of it is just luck. The breaks of life. Kevin?
That's right, D.A. We respect Billy Donovan as much as any coach in the NBA. But a good outlook there, you're right. Hey, thank you. Thompson, a screen on Williams. And here's Garland for 3. That shot is off. Like 6 others he's attempted tonight, he has but 1 basket.
I'll tell you, it feels all night like this guy's been forcing shots, rushing shots. He's really struggling on the offensive end.
Yeah, these defenders had better start closing down on shooting.
It's tipped. And they're on the break. Here's Mr. Perfect. A 3-pointer off the mark. The Cavaliers trail by 18. And here is Garland. Steady offensive output from him, averaging more than 16 points a game.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
GA, you look how Garland can create for himself. Very good off the catch or the bounce.
So deadly off of those high pick and rolls because he can dribble into that 3. A playmaker that can do that is a headache. Garland knows how to create that space and get his look.
Thompson sets the pick for Strus. Bangs home the trifecta. Strus has got 6 points.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
He's found his rhythm from deep, and you can see the confidence.
And I think the defender knows once he gets cooking, look out. The bucket looks awfully big to him right now.
So for the Bulls, Dean comes in for Duarte. And it's wide in for Carter. Now, here's Garland. 5 points in the game. Allen finds Garland. The tray. Rebound by Smith. Smith's got 4 rebounds in this game.
Oh, a tough quarter for him offensively. He hasn't been able to give his team a lift when they need it.
Ends the move with a whisper instead of a bang, going to the finger roll.
Launches a 3. Merrill can't hit.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Jacks up a 3. They get the rebound. Williams passes to Mr. Perfect. And the 3 ball is good. Mr. Perfect's got 38 points.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
The wide open look here for Garland. Once again off the mark by Cleveland.
Boy, what a nightmare quarter for this guy. He's playing right into the hands of the defense at this point.
From the arc. And again for 3. You can tell he is feeling it.
Kevin, he's on fire.
And the Cavaliers call time here. They're coming off that win against the Nets.
I mean, it's a big-time victory when you can just storm back like they did. Didn't have a good first half, but completely outdid themselves, particularly in that third quarter.
He's checked in for the Bull. And so a pretty lopsided game to the first half. Bulls out front, up 19 from the United Center in Chicago. Back in a moment.
Please direct your attention to center court and get ready for the fan half-court shots. Drums, please.
Hey everybody, it's halftime. Boy, it's been a rough go so far for the Cleveland Cavaliers.
Well, the energy they're putting out is not going toward their defense. Problem is their offense can't keep up with those guys. So the D has to pick up the slack or this thing is over.
Man, you know they're getting an earful right now in that locker room. We'll see who's listening.
And now let's take a glimpse at some of the games on the upcoming schedule.
They won't see home sweet home for a while, but sometimes the road creates solidarity for the guys, team unity.
Especially if you're winning. But if you're losing, these long road trips can feel endless.
Thanks for joining us. Now let's toss it to Kevin Harlan for the start of the second half.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. We're seeing a tremendous game from Mr. Perfect.
Man, he's been running wild on them through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
Boy, he has been shouldering the load. Aggressive, skilled, talented, and thus far unstoppable.
And joining us now by phone is insider Shams Charania with some news. Shams, give it to us.
Thanks. Many consider this summer to be the most challenging field in the history of international basketball. Nevertheless, Team USA got it done in Paris. It's not getting any easier, but the star power of the U.S. men's team shined bright in the City of Lights. Guys, a classic ending for a stacked U.S. roster.
You're right. What a performance. Hey, Shams Charania with the report. Thanks, Shams. Levine and Williams up in the forward positions. Kobe White is out there with Mr. Perfect, and it's Smith in at the 5 down low. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
Having a lot of trouble stopping the three-point shot.
Now, here's Garland. T right on him. It's good.
Boy, how about the nimbleness to overcome the defense inside. Darius Garland makes his opportunities.
Here's Mr. Perfect. Off target from three-point range. Cavaliers have gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. And we know injuries derailed last season for the Bulls, Greg, but with an aging core, you wonder where they go from here.
I mean, the Bulls are kind of stuck.
And again!
Historic 50-point night. What a streak he's on.
With this performance, he now has the longest streak of 50-point games in NBA history. Niang kicks to LeVert. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Chicago leading by 23. Here's Mr. Perfect. Good! Another from 3. He's really sniping them from outside.
Locked in, feeling confident in that three-point shot.
Into the third we go. 2 minutes in now. LeVert banked in off the glass.
That's just a feel that you have in the pick-and-roll game. Really good understanding of how to break the defense down by Karras.
Here's Mr. Perfect. What an incredible scoring display he has put on tonight. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
And really, as the three-pointers keep dropping, you get the sense that the frustration is mounting for the defense.
Just over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second half.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Lets it go from deep. Connects again from distance.
And this three-point shooting performance has been insane. Everything is going in.
It's been a historic night for him, closing in on the 4th most threes in a single game. And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. You got for us, GA?
Kevin, thanks. Darius Garland, the son of former NBA player Winston Garland, said that he was a sponge growing up listening to his dad. He hung on every word about playing point guard. Darius says, I learned the little things much quicker. He taught me at a young age to change gears to keep defenders off balance. Kevin?
And he's doing it. I love the tricks of the trade you just talked about. Thank you so much. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good. 64 points for Mr. Perfect. Cleveland's gone 2 of 5 with the three-point shot since coming out of the break. LeVert with a wide-open look. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. And here's White. He'll bring it up for Chicago. Morningstar misses the 3. Cavaliers are going to somewhat subpar, 4 of 10 on their shots in the second half so far. 2 open that time. Made it look too easy. Merrill's got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
Boy, you can really see the playmaking evolving. When Caris LeVert is hitting wide-open teammates, it shows how special he can be.
No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense.
Garland, no good.
I know he's got to be frustrated right now, but the team is fighting from behind. He's got to stay with it.
Here's Mr. Perfect. Good! Another from 3.
And guys, this is a historic shooting night for him. Tied for 3rd now, most threes in a game.
The points, GA, just keep piling up, and the threes keep dropping in. He is red hot from beyond the arc. Doris, when the Cavaliers made the trade for Donovan Mitchell, Darius Garland then began to do a lot of his work off the ball.
He had to, Kevin, and he made no secret of the fact that this was an adjustment. When you are accustomed to being the primary initiator, moving off the ball takes time. But to his credit, he's adapted beautifully.
Allen finds Garland. 6 on the shot clock. 3-pointer, LeVert. And it's Chicago with the rebound. Williams has got his 5th rebound right now in the game.
Boy, it's been a struggle in this quarter, and the team needs more from him. There's no doubt.
And he just keeps on going. He's got more points than anybody else out there.
And they are really racking up the assists in this one.
And their team chemistry is evident. These guys enjoy playing with one another.
Garland with the bucket.
Well, the toughness of Darius Garland on display. Wants to finish through contact and get the bucket.
Here's Mr. Perfect. And again for three.
And with that made three, he now stands alone for third most threes in a single game.
He's been locked in, and it's been lights out for him all game long, D.A. What a shooting performance. For the three. Good. Another from three.
And what a fireworks display he's shown us tonight. Just keeps knocking them down from deep.
Craig, he has just exploded from beyond the arc. That last make tying him for second in most threes in a game. And so it's Chicago, sitting at a lead of 40 points at the... And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game. They have been really controlling this one.
You never
connects again from distance.
And he's outclassed his own previous record. A new number for the second most single game triples. Just a master cannoneer.
Firing away and making a little history in the process. What an honor to witness this. What an honor to be here. He is, quite simply, as good as you'll ever see from long range. Garland feeling it out a little bit. And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin. They won this game going away. They were the better basketball team by far.
MP, you keep bringing up 50s like you're in the dunk contest.